several big matchups, a rising prospect to start the main card, but Dan Hooker was an underdog at home against Benoit Saint Denis. Benoit Saint Denis has looked phenomenal on this 3-fight win streak that he's on. He's really controlled the chaos. He had to withstand some early moments against Dan Hooker. The fight was going good for Hooker until Benoit really turned it on.
It was going really good. Everything that I said, that I tried selling before the fight.
Oh, you're always right.
He was doing it. He was doing it. He was dangerous. He was keeping a distance. He was making hard, stuffing the takedowns, threatening the guillotine. But BSD's just got that mentality that you got to kill me to get me out of here mentality. And
it was going so bad for BSD in the first round. Hooker was doing everything like you said, hitting those front kicks. He was hurt, and we thought that if he's able to stop the takedowns and he's able to hurt BSD on the feet, it's game over, and it wasn't. Benoit Saint Denis just kept coming forward like the soldier that he is, and it just becomes too much. He made the fight super sloppy, got to his takedowns, and got to his position.
Lives in the chaos.
Yeah. And you would almost think that the way Hooker talks, that he would have benefited from that. Mm-hmm. Like, he talks like he wanted that smoke. Like, he talked like he wanted, don't threaten me with a good time. But when he brought that good time, he couldn't drink with him.
It's almost like a Marab. Like, you think you're going to be all right with Marab, and then all of a sudden it's like, holy
got a different gear.
Crap.
Right.
Yeah. Have a problem.
I think he meant on the feet. Right? Like, that's where the good time was. Like, there wasn't the plan, wasn't to be on his back.
He also said he wasn't going to go for a guillotine. Yeah. There was plenty of guillotine attempts.
Well, he didn't even try to stop the takedown. Like, it was all guillotine attempts.
I liked him go for the guillotine just to, get the overreaction and then look to stand to your feet. But he kind of overcommitted to it a couple of times. And that alligator roll that Armin did in the last fight, it's just it's the new wave of these fighters how to do with the guillotine, and they could end up on top a lot of times.
I didn't know that was a real thing. I thought that was like an Armin thing.
You got to try that. You got to try it.
As I said,
maybe your neck won't break. I think you could do it.
I'll do it if you do.
Yeah. Dean, you said you weren't all in on Benoit Saint Denis as like a top prospect. How do you feel now? 17 wins, 17 finishes.
No, so even when Hoofy fought him in Paris, I was like, Hoofy's going to kill him. Yeah. He has made me eat my words time and time again. I am bought in. I'm buying in on all the stock on Benoit Saint Denis. I mean, this guy's mentality is bulletproof. Yeah. You can't stop him. You can hit him with a shotgun. He's going to keep coming. I think he's got the ability to beat anybody.
Well, he called for some big opponents.
It's almost like that Charles Oliveira effect. Right. When you looked at Charles Oliveira early in his career and you seen him almost kind of like give up a couple times and get really tired in fights, it was always in your head that was there. But then he turned it up. He had kids. His life changed. And all of a sudden, that wasn't there anymore. It's almost like what we see with BSD. We kind of didn't think it was possible that he would
MMA
get to this point. And
that's what it is.
All you have to do is get an MMA coach.
I'm on the train.
Figures to help
I am on the train with you. I had nothing to say good about it because I was so biased with my picks. But I'm here now. Leave it up front.
Let's talk about your predictions. How'd you do tonight?
I don't
don't do that to him. Don't pick on him like that. John Gooden caught up with Benoit Saint Denis after his victory in the co-main event.
Thanks, guys. Benoit, first of all, congratulations. So it was mission accepted in enemy territory. Execution was violent. What are the debrief notes so far?
I had to break the distance because he has one of the best kickboxing. I mean, he used very good tips and knees and low kicks. So I had to break the distance to make it my fight, and this is what I was able to do. But the distance management at the beginning was difficult because I started a little bit too slow, and my footwork was a little bit off. And then I started finding the distance, and it was all seek and destroy mission, and I was in my territory.
I really like that reversal on his attempted takedown. How much emphasis did you put into the wrestling this camp?
Like always, I want to be able to dominate in every aspect of the game. The only aspect which I knew would be difficult was very long distance with his very sharp tip and long distance management. On his particular reach, I think biggest reach of the division with 193. So I had to find my distance.
You staked your claim. I mean, fantastic start to 2026. I think that's 4-fight win streak. What a turnaround from 2024. You said BMF title or, of course, a lightweight title. The BMF title's coming up. Holloway Charles. Let's get a prediction from you first.
Yeah, I will keep alive in the division, so I will be looking very closely to this fight, and also to what the champion is doing, because the champion is not active enough, in my opinion, to be the reigning defending champion of the most deserving division of the UFC. So I have my eyes on the BMF and the lightweight belt, which are the two best pound-for-pound belts, in my opinion.
When might we see you next in the octagon?
Whenever I get the opportunity to get one of those two belts.
We will be watching closely. Always an exciting fight. Congratulations once again. Guys, back to you.
John, thanks very much. He's calling for gold in the form of a UFC championship or silver for the BMF. Dean, you didn't like the hat.
I wasn't all that impressed, and I'm a fashionista.
Yeah, no,
I give everybody credit for what they wear. I wasn't all that impressed with the hat. I was just talking about how great of a fighter he was, and then he just kind of disappointed me with the hat.
I love that hat. Benoit Saint Denis is the new
way to go.
He's winning Rome. Winning Rome.
Yeah, exactly. I get that.
So he was number 8 entering the day. Hooker was number 6. So he's inching closer to that top 5, and you heard it. He wants big fights and big name opponents coming up in 2026. Benoit Saint Denis with a big performance.